All right, today we're going to dive into something pretty cool, how AI is finally getting a real memory. We're talking about moving beyond those simple chatbots and into the realm of truly intelligent assistants. But first, have you ever felt this? You're deep in a conversation with an AI, you've given it all this important info, and then, just a few moments later, it's all gone. Poof! It has completely forgotten what you were talking about. It's like talking to a goldfish, right? And honestly, it's one of the biggest frustrations in AI today. Okay, so what is actually going on here? What's the root of this AI amnesia? Well, the thing is, large language models, LLMs, are what we call stateless. It's a fancy way of saying their entire world, their entire awareness is stuck inside one single interaction, one single API call. After that one exchange, the slate is wiped completely clean. It's like meeting someone for the first time, over and over again. So, how do we fix this? The answer is this incredible discipline called context engineering. And let me tell you, this is a huge leap forward from just, writing a good prompt. This is the entire process of gathering and managing everything an LLM needs, your conversation history, your preferences, docs, you name it, to create a continuous, stateful experience every single time you talk to it. Here's a fantastic way to think about it. Imagine a master chef in a kitchen. They don't just start throwing things in a pan, right? No, they do their mise en place. They methodically prepare and organize every single ingredient before they even start cooking. Well, context engineering is that exact process, but for an AI. It's all about setting the stage perfectly to deliver a brilliant, customized result every time. So what does this AI chef prep look like in practice? It's actually a constant loop that runs for every single turn of a conversation. First, the agent fetches all the relevant context it needs. Then, it prepares all that information into the perfect prompt. Next, it invokes the LLM and any other tools it might need to get the job done. And finally, and this is key, it uploads any new info it learned back into its storage. It's this continuous cycle of remembering, acting, and updating.
Now, to manage all this information, our AI chef really relies on two fundamental tools. The easiest way to picture them is as a workbench for everything that's happening right now and a filing cabinet for everything it's learned for the long term.
So first up, you've got the session. This is the AI's temporary workbench. Think of it as the space where a single, continuous conversation is happening. Yeah, it might be a little messy. You got notes, drafts, tools scattered all over the place, but it has everything needed for the immediate task at hand. But once that conversation is over, you don't just take that entire messy workbench and shove it into a storage closet. That would be chaos. And that's exactly where memory comes in. This is the AI's organized filing cabinet. It's where you carefully review everything from the workbench, get rid of the clutter, and file away only the most critical, finalized information for future use. So let's just nail this down, because it's a really important distinction. A session is the temporary workbench for one single project. But memory? That's the persistent, long-term filing cabinet that holds consolidated knowledge from all of your projects. One is about the here and now. The other is about building a real, long-term intelligence. Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking right now, especially if you're familiar with AI architectures. You're thinking, hold on, if the AI is retrieving information to improve its answers, isn't that just retrieval augmented generation, or RAG? And that is a fantastic question. And while they are related, they actually serve fundamentally different purposes. And to make that difference super clear, think about it like this. RAG is like the AI's research librarian. It's an expert on external, factual knowledge. It knows about the world. But memory is the AI's personal assistant. It's an expert on you. It knows your history, your preferences, your projects, your goals. And we can break this down on a technical level too. A RAG engine is pulling from static, external documents. Its goal is to inject factual knowledge, and that knowledge base is usually shared by all users. A memory manager, on the other hand, learns from your dynamic, personal dialogue. Its main goal is to create a personalized experience, and that memory is strictly isolated. It's just for you. Okay, so we've got it. We have the temporary workbench, the session, and the long-term filing cabinet memory. But how does the AI actually get information from one to the other? How does it truly form a lasting memory? Well, the key thing to remember is that the AI doesn't just save the entire messy, chaotic conversation. It has to be smart about it. It acts more like a professional archivist, carefully reviewing everything that happened on that workbench and deciding what's actually valuable enough to be filed away permanently. And this is all done through a really clever automated process.
A four-stage pipeline that's usually driven by an LLM itself. First, it ingests the raw dialogue from the session. Then, it extracts only the meaningful facts. After that, it consolidates those new facts with what it already knows, and finally, it stores the updated result for the future. It's a smart data pipeline that turns messy conversational noise into clean, structured knowledge.
That consolidation stage is especially cool. It's not just adding new stuff. The source material describes it perfectly. It's like a diligent gardener tending to their plot. The AI is constantly curating its memory, pulling weeds by deleting old or conflicting information, pruning branches by merging similar facts, and planting new saplings with new insights. The goal is to keep that knowledge garden healthy and useful, not overgrown and chaotic.
So, after all this complex work, the operational loops, the workbenches, the filing cabinets, the gardening, what's the real payoff here? What does this whole system of context engineering actually do for us, the users?
Well, the payoff is that the AI finally transforms from just a generic tool into a true expert assistant. A real memory unlocks the personalization, so it actually remembers your preferences. It enables self-improvement, so the agent learns over time what works for you. It even manages its own context window more efficiently, which lowers cost and speeds things up. And you can even get powerful insights by analyzing trends across all those memories.
And this really brings us to the final, most important point. We are moving away from stateless tools that forget everything the second you look away and towards stateful partners that actually learn and adapt with us. So the real question this leaves us with is this: what would you build with an AI that truly knows you? Because the possibilities are really just beginning to unfold.